Iloski head coach Mikey Varas. Hello, Mikey.
Hello.
Mikey, before you get started and open up the queue, if you can talk to us about tonight's match, that comeback win and that fighting spirit from the group.
Yeah, I think I'm just so proud of the guys because we're missing some important players. We had some individual errors in the first half, but we were able to bounce back real quick, to just kind of release those, the feelings of maybe making some mistakes or being nervous, and then refocusing on what we needed to do. And the guys can be tremendously proud of themselves because, man, they got a fighting spirit, but they're also so brave to just keep going. And this is a very good team we played against, and I think that especially the second half, we put together just an amazing performance.
Thank you. Now we're going to go to Tony. Go ahead, Tony.
Thank you, Vicky. Mikey, what can you say about this match? 18 games into the season against a tough opponent in the division. Is this a landmark victory? How are you processing this in the grand scheme of things?
Yeah, this is definitely a milestone because we talk about doing road performance and not being us everywhere we go, and believing that you can win points away, and it doesn't always go your way, but if you can put that performance together that gives you the best chance, that's really important. So that's a check mark because I think the guys came here and did fantastic with that. And then the other one is we talked about being a big squad, missing important guys, but next guy steps in and the guy knows what to do. The guy's got courage and the guy's got quality and the guy has a good understanding and connection with his teammates. And I think those two things are really important, what we showed.
And then speaking of Shinex and stepping up, Milan Iloski has been coming off the bench today. He gets a brace. What are these performances giving you or letting you know that he's in the right position or that he's fighting for that starting spot with his limited time? And do you have plans after July that include Milan Iloski?
Yeah, no, I mean, Milan's not going anywhere. He's obviously really important. I think he has the most goals per minute in the MLS right now. He's got a special quality. He always finds himself in good positions, and he's an extremely talented finisher. We're working on other things with Milan to make him a more complete player when you think about 90-minute performances. But he's got a tremendous character and growth mindset. He's super open to feedback and to being challenged. And, every position is open to competition all the time. So as long as you're willing to work for it and send the right message over a consistent time period, then you'll get your opportunities. But at the end of the day, he did a fantastic game, and he's been a great runner for him.
Thank you. Stay Charles.
Thank you.
Mikey, how important was these points heading into the rest of the month where you have 2 consecutive road games in the same week, going to Vancouver and then Dallas, and then also just, getting your group back and then having a player like Andres come back from international duty and keep the same consistency that he had before leaving?
Yeah, I think it's really important because we basically had one training session with the entire group because in the last 2 weeks because of the international duty. So that's the first time we really experienced that long of a break and then have to play on the road. And so I think these points are massive, but more important than the points are the performance. Individual errors in the first half that many teams would crumble and many players would crumble, but these guys, they just get on with it. They let go of those disappointments quickly and refocus on the right things, and they put together a second half that I think can really make everybody proud back in San Diego.
Mikey, I'm going to shift it over to Spanish. Mikey, ¿nos puedes hablar un poco de la mentalidad del grupo, venir de atrás y sacar los 3 puntos con 3 goles y total de 4? Y también puedes hablar un poco de la consistencia del grupo, poder ir a tener un grupo reducido por la cantidad de jugadores que fueron a la selección, pero al regresar todos llegan con la misma intensidad y con la energía de la cual se fueron.
Sí, bueno, yo creo que primero y principal este grupo ha mostrado que podemos ir fuera de casa y tener un rendimiento que te da una buena oportunidad para ganar puntos. También hemos mostrado que tenemos un plantel grande, que cuando un jugador importante no esté, otro entra y todavía seguimos siendo el San Diego FC. Y yo creo que primer tiempo empezamos bastante bien, pero había un par de errores que hicimos individuales que para mí se muestra el carácter del grupo, que podíamos no caer después de estos dos errores, pero todo lo opuesto. El grupo creció en el segundo tiempo, hizo un segundo tiempo donde encontró el empate y quería más. Encontraron a la próxima y encontrar a la próxima. Y para mí esta mentalidad de ganador es fundamental. Es fundamental para el grupo.
Gracias por tu tiempo, Mikey.
Gracias. Just Vicky, just one thing. Just want to thank all the fans that came out, because it's a long way, and it was a little bit of a smaller group, but just to let them know that we really appreciate them traveling and following us. They're part of our team.
Scored 2 goals at the end of the match.
Yeah, the win was huge. We know that we were tied with points coming in, and it's a tough game going on the road before a little break that we have here in the schedule. So, we wanted to leave to the break with a very positive taste in our mouth, and the way the team battled, fought through some adversity, and just kept pushing the whole game, setting the initiative, setting the pace. It's a big win for the team, and it's something that'll push us on into the second half of the season. So, it was huge, and for me to get the goals, it's I'll keep pushing and keep going for goals every time I'm on the field. So, it's important for me to keep my confidence going and to keep helping the team.
Milan, on the confidence aspect, you've now scored 5 goals, including two games, including the Club America match, where you scored 2 goals. But can you just talk about maybe the work that goes in for the group to maintain that hunger, and you on a personal level, like how do you take from the group and learn from these guys to implement to your game and have the success you're having?
Yeah, it's easy. It was easy for me to acclimate into this team. I knew a couple guys coming in from beforehand, so I think that sped up my process a little bit. And then just building connections with these guys over time. Someone like Anna's and me now, we have this great connection on the pitch, and we've played long enough with each other now, and we have an understanding where I know on like this header goal, I know my run. We've talked about this peeling run, and someone with his quality, it makes my life as a striker, as a goal scorer, so much easier. So I think it'll continue to get better, and my relationship within the team will keep growing, because it's a great group of guys, and for me to acclimate into it, it was so easy, and it's a group that really pushes each other. So we'll continue to grow and continue to get better.
Tony, go ahead.
Thank you. Milan, could you take me to that second goal? Obviously very different from that set piece header for your first one, but you come and you can pretty much do a solo run all the way from midfield. What did you see from there? Did you see tired legs, just a space to just take it on your own, and then just sliding it cool, calm, with composure?
Yeah, they were pushing to tie the match up, I think. So I knew, I recognized that they were sending more and more numbers, and I knew once I beat this first guy and I was a little bit isolated with the guy, I knew there was no one behind him on the last one. So, and I trust my pace. So I don't think anyone is gonna catch me once I take off like this. So to be honest, I was just kind of coasting after I beat this guy, and then I had to cut back against the grain to keep them from being able to catch up and close the angle. So, and the finish gets made easy by cutting back across them and opening the goal up. So, these are all things that are like second nature to me now in so many years. And my dad teaching me this when I was a little kid, and back home. So stuff like that is like second nature to me. So I knew when I cut back across the grain, it would open the goal up, and it made the finish a lot easier.
And then at final whistle, we saw you have a conversation with Tyler Heaps. Can you take him to that, just a little bit of a, hey, see what happened here, maybe I can stay, or what was that conversation about?
I would, I'd love to stay, but ultimately it's not up to me. I think that's between him and, the staff and my agent, and, of course I'll have a say in it to decide my future, but I don't have much longer left. I don't know exactly how long, but you know, I'd love to stay. I love the club. I feel like I've gotten along with everyone in the locker room, everyone in the staff, all the staff from the top to the bottom. So it's an amazing club filled with great people. So for me, it's a dream to every time I step on the pitch for this club. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure there will be talks with Tyler coming up, but we have also a pretty good relationship for some time now. So yeah, it'll take care of itself in time.